2, 1. And we're live again. How's everyone going? And there's all of one person watching. How's your week been, Vesp?
Been alright.
Yeah, what have you been up to?
Nothing really much.
Nothing.
Well, nothing eventful. Just
Well, had a pretty interesting week. Well, there was quite a few things that were announced, and I'm sitting there thinking, oh, okay, that's all right. And then, what was it? I've been playing a bit of Days Gone on and off. Ow. Been playing a bit of Days Gone on and off. That's been not too bad. Like the gameplay is a bit stiff, but the storyline's sort of going in a good direction, so I'm kind of happy with that. I ended up playing a little bit of World War Z, which isn't too bad. Which will be something that me and you will have to play at some point.
okay.
What else have I been doing? I think that's pretty much it. I've been playing a bit of Days Gone, and that's it, and a fuck ton of DayZ. That's all I've been doing this week. Yeah, you were saying before we started that you hadn't watched the Sonic movie trailer, have you?
No.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I feel like it was a fucking abomination. It's just like Sonic now can do portals. Sonic can now do this. Sonic can now do that. It's like, oh, all good then. Not really great. Not really off to a great start. It just seems like Hollywood just really can't do a movie, like game movies these days. They just simply can't. I think the only one they came close with was probably World of Warcraft.
That was a shit movie as well. So what's this Sonic?
Yeah, the Sonic trailer. If you haven't seen it, you should probably just spare yourself and not watch it. like I should have, but I was too intrigued to find out.
Let's watch this piece of shit. Let's go.
Okay. Well, actually, no, I can't. I'm not going to put it up on stream because apparently people have been getting copyright strikes for just even the listening to the music alone on it. So I won't put it up there. So anybody that wants to watch it, you're more than welcome to watch it. But I'm not risking a strike on my Twitch. I'm just not. It's just not worth it. It's just fucking not worth it. But, yeah, so I thought I might kickstart off the week with our first sort of, well, big story with, again, the one major company at the moment that's been always in the news every week. And
Why the fuck is Gangsta's Paradise playing in this fucking trailer?
yeah, I don't know. Out of all the song choices they could have picked for that trailer, they picked Gangsta's Paradise.
Oh no, really? Jim Carrey's come down this far in life?
Yeah. Like, I've never really...
He must have run out of retirement money.
Probably. I think that's probably exactly the case. But, yeah, it's not really... How do I put it? It's not really good. It's like the start of a dumpster fire. It is probably the best analogy to put it. But yeah, so I'll bring up the first major article. So what I'll do is...
Oh god.
It's 3 articles about the same company. So I might as well put them all in the chat for everybody to see, because we're going to be all talking about this one specific freaking subject for probably the next 10 bloody minutes. Because that's all the big thing that's been going on for the last, well, week.
One of the producers of Fast and the Furious? Oh god.
As I'm getting all the articles ready, his life is just crushed. Well,
I could have done with that scene.
yeah, I told you not to watch it. I told you. But pretty much, our week starts off with Epic Games once again. Well, I would like a week, right? I would just like 1 week, Vesp, where
Oh yeah, Epic Games purchased Rocket League. I actually reckon it's a good idea. To be honest.
We'll get to
You
that.
know why?
Why is it?
You know why?
Why is that?
Because Steam now has to fucking pull its head out of its fucking ass.
Well, we'll get
No longer is it a case of Epic slowly, taking exclusives. Now they're forcibly buying games off the store.
see now. Well, we'll get to that part in a minute, but we'll first start off with what the Epic Games boss said. Right, which is pretty much just blatantly just telling them, right?
Wasn't it you either conform to our prices or we'll keep doing it?
Yeah, exactly that. It's exactly that. If you don't conform to how we like to how we do business, well then we're just going to keep doing the way we're doing. Which, yes, on the surface at the moment it's a good business strategy, right? You're forcing everybody to come to that to use that market and that market alone, right? So you're pushing and forcing people to spend money on your store first before the Steam comes out. But the problem is at the moment we don't know the 100% statistics yet when it comes to when some of the games that are on the temporary exclusivity for Epic Games, whether or not it's the figures look nice and healthy now, but then maybe 6 months in the track when the game does drop on Steam, it boosts up dramatically. But again, we won't know, but at the moment, it's looking like a quote-unquote good business strategy for them. But they are partially right. Steam does need to pull its head in. Steam does need to start being an actual competitor, and instead of just, doing the same stick over and over and over again and going, we're the kings on the mountain, we're the ones that, no one can topple us. And at the moment, Epic Games is just slowly just pushing up right up their ass, and it's fact. And then you look at then you look at the next story that came out a week, what was it about this week as well, where the World War Z developers turned around and said that their PC sales have been absolutely excellent due to Epic Store's exclusivity. But my point with that is that you originally had it on the Steam store, right? Like you've been doing with every like the last couple of games that you've ripped from Steam before they even came out, right? And had an exclusivity deal with Epic Games, and then you turn around and say that it's doing so well, but that's the only fucking store you can buy it on at this current moment. You're forced to buy it on this store. So honestly, I think that's a bit of a false statement. I think it's just probably the developers of World War Z just turning around saying, well, look over here, come to Epic Games. Epic Games is a great platform and just trying to promote the living shit out of it.
I honestly don't understand what the fucking issue is.
Well,
I must be at that point in my life where I just don't give a fuck anymore because I don't have an issue. Epic's great. I get a free fucking game every month, man. I got fucking great games for free. Transistor is free at the moment if you haven't got it yet, guys, and it's a fantastic game, and I highly fucking recommend it.
Well, then again, some people might turn around and have the argument that Origin did the same thing. Origin used to have their on the house freaking games where they just used to give away a game every month. Then again, though, those games were normally old and very outdated. But then again, I do see their point. But then again, when it comes to stuff like this, where you're only going to have that this game's only on the store specifically, right? Then it's a problem because it's like, well, hang on a minute. The only reason why your numbers are so great is because the reviews for the game have been really, really good, right? People want to play the game, and the only place to buy it is on the Epic Game Store right now.
But you can say the same thing about Battlefield, dude. Battlefield's only ever been on fucking, what hasn't been on Steam?
Well,
in years, and people still fucking buy it. Like, the whole argument of, if it's there, we could have bought it. It's people are fucking brand loyalists, and it's just fucking stupid.
See,
if you like gaming, buy the fucking game.
I think a lot of people are more having a problem with the Tencent aspect with Epic the Epic
It's like,
Games.
holy shit, like, you're not some fucking corporate head. It's gonna matter if Tencent is spying on you.
No.
You're some fat cunt masturbating in your mum's basement. No one gives a shit.
No, you are right. But it's just, like, personally, as I said before, and I've said in another podcast before, like, I don't mind going to where the games are, right? I don't care having multiple launches on my my computer. It is annoying. It is frustrating that I can't just have them all on the one store. But a lot of people need to also understand too is that Steam was never going to be the only ruler of PC gaming. It was never going to be. You know, so another company was bound to come around and do something better. And sadly, Epic Games is. Like, the only thing I have a problem with is that a lot of their there are some issues that they need to work on. Like, again, Steam's still on top by miles, but at the moment, Epic Games isn't going in the right direction business-wise than what Steam is currently right now. But at the moment, it doesn't have the simplicity like Steam does at the moment, which kind of sucks. And then we had yesterday, or was it today? No, it was today. Sorry. That Epic Games acquired Rocket League. The Rocket League studio, Psyonix? Psyonix? I don't know if I pronounced that right. I think it's Psyonix. Now, my only issue here is that with one of their statements they said in another article, which I'll have to find at some point later, and if I do, I will put it in our Discord. And what I'll do is, because there was a statement that they said about longevity when it came to Rocket League on Steam, which would be the fact that we're still planning on doing updating and, you know, maintaining the Steam versions, but we don't know for how long. Now, that's where I have a bit of a problem. Because you've already got a big market on Steam that the majority of your market that are on PC have already bought it on Steam. They already have. And when you go out there and when you rip it from the Steam store, okay, fair enough, as long as you're going to maintenance it for the rest of its longevity, till pretty much the servers are dead and the game's just dead in general. But at the moment, when you sit there and say a statement like, oh, well, we don't know how long we're going to keep going with the Steam version, you're just forcing people to go and buy it on the freaking Epic Game Store again. Which is, in my honest opinion, is not okay. Because you'll lose half of your fan base. Like again, like, you know, what Epic Games does and what these game companies do is none of my business. It's what their marketing, their business ventures, good on them. But if you're going to be screwing over the actual gamers that actually supported your product for so many years, that actually played your product for so many years, and, you know, and we feel like you're making them feel like that they're going to be punished, you know, for buying it on the Steam store when they should have just waited till it went on the Epic Game Store, which is not okay in my opinion. But, you know, like, personally, I don't, for an existing game like Rocket League, for them to turn around and say that, oh, it's going to do very good on Epic Games, it's going to do so much better on Epic than it is on Steam, I don't believe that. I just don't agree with that either.
Well, they now have the bankrolling of Epic to release new stuff now. Before it was a smaller company working on it. Now it's a company that's now is owned by a bigger corporate entity with a bigger presence in the gaming industry than they did before. Whereas before it was, you know, one small company having their game on Steam. Now for a game, we don't know. Like, honestly, I don't know what the fucking hate towards Epic is. Like, it really doesn't fucking bother me. I actually prefer their launcher, to be honest, over Steam. But yeah, if I say it, I prefer it.
Personally, for me, I have a differing opinion on that. I still prefer Steam, but again, like, I do see why Epic Games is doing a lot better than what Steam is right now. Like, again, Epic Games is offering a better service, offering a better market, offering more money to like, Epic Games at the moment is really good for indie developers, especially
Hmm.
for
They're not getting flooded by all the fucking hentai games on Steam.
well, well, granted, the Epic Game Store's only in the early stages, so we'll give it a pass for now. But
Yeah, but it also took 10, 20, not 10, 20, but 10 to 12 or so years before Steam allowed hentai games. So, you know.
yeah, well, that's true too. That it did take them quite a long time before they even decided to let it all go. But well, look, like it's just Epic Games just seems to be always in the news every week, and it just seems like people. It's not going to go away anytime soon. Like every week, I'm sitting there going, oh well, what can we talk about this week? You know, what new articles to talk about? And then we're like, oh look, Epic Games has done something new. Okay, righto. It's like they've something new with them every week. So it's just this week has just been it's been hectic for them though because like they've it's just so much shit to do with Epic Games these days.
I'll be back in a second.
Yeah, you're right. So yeah, so I think we'll probably end it up there, but like we'll go on with some of my own personal opinions while he's off to do something for now, right? He really needs to probably put push to talk on, honestly. Uh, what was it? We honestly, I understand a lot of people's point of views when it comes to Tencent, right? Um, Tencent is a bit of a shady company. I know a lot of people, you know, are very worried of, you know, where their money's going and whether if their card information is even safe, which is again fair enough. I get it, but again, in my honest opinion, like when it comes to the Epic Game Store, you know, I'm gonna go where the guns are. Jesus Christ!
Sorry.
All I hear
Completely
is
forgot to mute my mic.
yeah.
But, like, credit card information? Who the fuck is it using PayPal nowadays? Who isn't fucking using services like privacy.com that allows you to generate a freaking card with a set balance on it for online stores? Like, there's so many things nowadays to protect your ass. You don't need to worry if some big corporate Chinese overlord. Again, why steal your money when they can sell you shit constantly?
That's true.
What China's been doing for years.
Yeah, well, China's been doing it for freaking years. Like, you go down to freaking let's just say you go down to like the cheap shops and stuff like that, and they're like for like on Australia Day, you go and get you go look at all the Aussie flag thongs and you know like flags and boxing kangaroo flags and stuff like that. So they go, oh yeah, you know, if God yeah Australia Day, and you look at the tag, made in China. It's like what the fuck. Look at this. It's like it's not even made in Australia. But now what they do is it's like, made in China, but shipping from Australia. Like what? Well, that makes no sense. Technically, they made it, they shipped it from China, they brought it here, and we're just selling it. It's like it's not technically made in Australia. It's got nothing to do with that. But
Like for my arts and crafts, because I'm a Warhammer, I went to a local. You know, I went to a brush store, got a nice set of brushes, really nice set of brushes, cost me, expensive amount of money. Then I went to the local store near me, the dollar store.
yeah,
This has a lot of art stuff in it. This cork board I picked up, right, is made in China, but proudly Australian owned. Does it really fucking matter where it comes from and if it does the job, honestly?
no, it's just all misleading to be brutally honest. But we'll move on from Epic Games. Seems like we're like
the only thing you got to be worrying about is your food and your fucking water.
that's true. Right, we'll move on to one big thing that was announced this year that was from Steam and from technically from Valve. The new Valve Index was announced yesterday, and it's on sale now. But they're only selling 2,000 units of the VR headset.
Oh, there's a VR headset? What happened to the Vive?
No. This is Valve's version of their VR. They've been working on it for a couple of years.
I thought they were working on with Vive. Like, I thought that was like HTC Vive was like the Steam
Not
release.
anymore. Well, Valve bought out a virtual reality company freaking back a little while ago now. They poured in like $150 million into the company. So like, it was bound that they were going to do something VR related. And yeah, they brought out their VR headset, and a lot of people are wondering what games there will be announced for it, because I know a lot of people are sitting there going on about how if it wants to be a success, if it needs to do really well, they need to bring in some heavy hitter titles. You know, like
Do explain to me what the fuck a heavy hitter title is, Nico.
a heavy hitter title like something like Halo, Mass Effect. You know, big name titles. And a lot of people are sitting there going, how awesome... Like, I've got mates of mine that say, how awesome would it be, right, for Half-Life to come to the Steam VR, and it's only for Steam VR. I said, if you're going to do it right now, you're going to get fucking backlash. There's going to be a lot of backlash, and no one's going to be happy about it. No one's going to be pleased about it. Everyone's going to be pissed. And to make matters even better, right, the price is $1,000. So it's like, oh well, the people that will really want to play it will buy the headset, won't they? It's like, yeah, but what about the common gamer, right? Which is the majority of gamers, right? That can't afford to buy that sort of stuff on a regular basis, right? Yes, you have really big fans that will sit there and go, oh yeah, I would spend like $1,000 today just to play Half-Life 3 or the new Left 4 Dead game. And it's like, why? It's like, it's just a waste of money, in my honest opinion, when later on down the track, when people just boycott the fact that those heavy hitter titles are only on the VR headset, people are just going to sit there and go, well, we'll just wait for them to bring out just a normal version.
And if they never do, suck on you.
Just in this current market, there's just no one's going to spend $1,000 on a headset for like a AAA game. They're just not.
Dude, I spent $2,000 on my phone.
Like, people keep saying, oh well, but you know, that's how to get started. More people buy the headset, more people will the prices will go down. Yes, fair enough, but you've got to get the people to buy it in the first place. And they go, oh well, that's why the game in the first place. That's why having these heavy hitter titles will bring people to buy the headset. But how I see it is that no, you're going to have more people get very cranky. You're going to have more people get very upset, and more people boycott it because their favourite game that they've waited for, like, I don't know how long for, and they're going to, like a Valve game, and they decide to only bring it out for that, they're going to be very angry. It's like, why didn't you bring this out back freaking 6-7 years ago? Which again, is very reasonable, very understandable. But, look, like, I honestly wish them well because, you know, like, VR is somewhat going somewhere, but again, it is a very niche market at the moment. Like, it's not for everybody. It's not, you know, yeah. Like, I suggested, you know, if they wanted to bring out a AAA game, right, the best option for that would be to, you know, have a spin-off than anything, like a fully fledged out spin-off, right? Show off the capabilities that like, look, this is what we can do with Half-Life 3 on the VR, and if you like that this, like let's just say 12-hour campaign long game, right, that was a spin-off, if you really liked this, right, how about this? How about we do Half-Life 3 on it? How would you guys think? Right? And you'd start seeing more people buy the headset because, like, oh, well, it looks like they can actually probably pull something like this off. Like, I'm sort of trying to look at it from a realistic point of view, not sort of a business point of view. But then again, I could be completely wrong, and I want to be wrong because, again, like, I want new things that come into the gaming sphere to be to be a success, to do really well, so that, you know, we can all enjoy it. But again, our only issue at the moment is that it's just the VR headsets are just too expensive. Just flat out, that's it. And that's the reason. But then again, I don't know. Like a lot of people are saying, oh well, it's cheaper than the Vive, which it is. It is cheaper than the Vive. But then again, you can always get the Oculus Rift, which was a little cheaper too, even though that's in a bit of a shitty state at the moment.
I won't be buying it either way. I owned a Steam controller, and that was the biggest fucking mistake of my life.
See, now I'll only buy a VR headset.
You ever use the Steam controller?
No, I didn't really want to.
Be fucking glad you didn't.
And plus, it was too expensive too, so there's no point even buying it. But
it's like really discounted at EB Games. It's just real absolute trash. You don't want to have to try it.
Oh, I personally don't want to try it in the first place. But excuse me. When it comes to the VR headset, when it comes to VR in general, I personally will not buy a VR headset till they drastically donate in price, because again, for me, I can't afford it. It's just too expensive. You know,
get a job, cunt.
And especially for a VR headset, which I'm only going to probably play once in a blue moon for some games, and that's it. So
VR porn.
Oh yeah, you got VR porn. That's true. You definitely have that. But anyway, we'll go.
I'm sure your missus is going to be happy about that.
Oh yeah. I don't see the. Really honest with you. Right, we'll go on to the next thing about NetherRealm, and they apparently weren't supposed to be pushing their microtransactions, which I laughed at.
Who's NetherRealm?
NetherRealm, the ones they're the company that makes Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Mortal Kombat, when you looked at the when you look at the when you look at the microtransactions and the amount of them they have and stuff, it's like, we didn't intend for these to push the microtransactions. We didn't intend. Bullshit. I'm sorry, but I'm calling bullshit on this, boys. I'm calling bullshit. I'm calling it by miles, because there is no way, right? You put that much freaking microtransaction crap in the game, right, and have it not be intended. It just isn't. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You know, like, again, I'm okay with microtransactions when it comes to free-to-play games, and if the free-to-play games are good, right? I don't mind in some games, I mean some, right, where you're able to unlock, you know, skins and stuff like that, but if you want to, you can spend just $1 or $2 just to buy the skin. And that I don't mind. But it's just at the moment, microtransactions are just being pushed down everyone's throats. Like, again, you look at EA's Star Wars, for instance, and it's just a mess. All it was, like, you were forced to spend money in the game just to get anything or get anywhere. It was ridiculous. Like, people kept saying, oh, Darth Vader's, you know, the easiest character to unlock. Yeah, after 40 hours of gameplay. You know, like, that's ridiculous. 40 fucking hours of gameplay just to unlock Darth Vader? Okay. And then people are like, oh, well, you guys, it's not like you guys want a pink Darth Vader, do you? And everyone's like, yeah. Why not? Why not? How about we have a pink Darth Vader? It's honestly just silly, to be brutally honest with you. But like, when companies do come out with statements like this, you know, I personally don't agree. I just don't. But there we go. Yes. But yeah, like, again, when you're pushing something like this, Twitch wouldn't that sucks, man. That sucks, Rob. Thanks for the hollow anyway, Rob Strange McNamara. Any of my followers that watch me on my Twitch Go ahead and watch Rob Strange's Twitch. He does a lot of DJ streams, and he plays a bit of DayZ on and off and stuff like that. And he plays a bit of Division as well, so he's worth a look at. So thanks again for that, Rob. That's greatly appreciated. But yeah, back to the article. Yes, when it comes to the microtransactions on the Mortal Kombat front, it's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. I just loved their excuse behind it all. I just loved it. It was ridiculous. Oh dear.
What did they say?
Sorry?
Once again, I have been out of the loop. So what did they say?
Oh, well, NetherRealms was pretty much turned around and said that they weren't supposed to push the microtransactions. Which I found very funny. It's like, yeah, didn't intend to push microtransactions. Okay then. Righto. Back to damage control you go. Oh,
Yeah.
Find it utterly ridiculous. It's just... Alright, let's go on to well, kind of a devastating article, but it's a little more light-hearted than usual. So I'll put the link in the chat for everybody to follow along with the article. But just pull it up. There you go. Minecraft streamer after 5-year run loses in a permadeath mode. In his permadeath mode.
Yeah, I heard about that. It was a baby zombie that got him, wasn't it?
Yeah, the apparently, from what I found out from a mate of mine that still plays Minecraft very regularly, these new baby zombies that have this enchanted armor, they're apparently broken at the moment. So it kind of sucks to see that, well, give him credit. He lasted 5 fucking years. 5 years. That's an achievement in my honest opinion.
Well, guess what? It's record breaking. Like, no one can go and for at least 5 years go and beat him.
Oh God, no. Oh God, no. That it's incredible. And the thing is that you could tell in the guy, like the pain in the guy's face when he loses. It's like, no. He's
zero pain, or I'm free.
All right. I'll pull up the clip. Hang on. Here we go.
I knew
the
it.
moment when he died.
I'll look onto it.
Stupid. I'm fucking stupid. Oh, a baby zombie.
That's the face.
A baby fucking zombie.
That's the face.
Oh my
of a
God.
Devastated man. I do feel for him, man. Like it's a way to go, that's for sure. But look, I give the streamer props. Filza. I'll give him props that he lasted 5 years, and count that as a big record breaking feat. Like, definitely class that, because that's a long time to stay alive and not die for 5 years straight. That's very well done. Very well done.
Yep.
So yes, an article that I did notice this week that I saw, which I was kind of wondering, because I knew that the beta was supposed to be coming out in the next month, and I was wondering why it had to come out, but apparently it's been delayed. The Halo Master Chief Collection, the beta for that has been pushed back. So I'll bring it up. Go. The article's in the Twitch chat, so if anyone wants to have a look at the article themselves, you're more than welcome to. Yeah, I'll quickly read a bit of this article just so we get the idea of what's going on. Microsoft had originally planned to release the first beta test for Halo the Master Chief Collection's PC version in April, but that's no longer happening. Now, developer 343 Industries has explained why the delay was necessary. Right up to it's important to note that the PC version is being made by Splash Damage and Ruffian Games with the support for 343. Great progress has been made toward launching the first beta test or flight for Halo Reach, but it's just not completely ready yet. There are still a number of items to work through before we feel we're ready for the first public flight. 343 said, while flights are obviously work in progress builds, they do require a certain level of polish and functionality to ensure that players can have a successful, enjoyable session and that the team is able to get the data they need to validate the flight. Now, I completely understand that, and I'm completely all for that, because when the Master Chief Collection came out on the Xbox One, it was a mess. It was a mess. It was just plagued with so many problems. But it's good to see that Splash Damage and Ruffian Games have come out straight away and said, look, we've got to delay it for a little while just to get the kinks out and stuff, because personally I'd rather them take their time. As much as I would love to have it right now, as much as I'd love to have the game right now in my hands and play the living shit out of it, I'd rather them take their time to make a really good port, have it be stable, and have the multiplayer be balanced. I'd prefer that than have what we've got, than have it go to crap, really. But, yeah, what's your thoughts on that, Vesp? And Vesp's not there. Right, well, that's my opinion. That's my opinion.
I don't care if it's delayed, man. It's finally happening, so who gives a shit?
Yeah, that's it.
Like, it's finally coming to PC after all these years. I don't think it really matters how long it takes.
Yeah, well, that's it.
It's coming.
And yes, you are right, Rob. Yeah, I personally, myself as well, I'd rather the delay and have the game being worked on more. Make sure when it is released, it has less bugs, nothing broken, and everything just works. Or works to the best of their ability anyway, especially for a beta. So, I'm very, very happy. Well, not happy, I'm a little disappointed that we do have to wait longer, but I'm happy with the fact that they are going to make sure they make the time to put work into it. Right, so I guess we can move on from there. Right, I think we can talk about the weirdest story this week that I found out. Did you know apparently they're making a Saints Row movie?
I don't know how that's going to work out, other than some B-roll-ish Tarantino shit.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. I just don't. It's very odd. Like,
in 4K, seeing someone getting the hit or beaten to death with a dildo bat. Now that is priceless, but
I can imagine that'd be the first scene, mate. That'd be the first scene. Like opening scene would be someone getting their head caved in by a bloody rubber, like a purple freaking massive rubber dildo bat. That's what I'm going to expect. That's my expectations for the movie. Not really high expectations, but they're expectations. Well, as I said, I was reading up earlier on this article earlier, and it's like, oh yeah, well the Fate of the Furious director's going to do it. I'm like, oh okay. Well, the only good part of don't get me wrong, the Fast and Furious movies are good, turn your brain off, have a bit of fun movies, but they're like a bit of like Mission Impossible, which, in my honest opinion, like a very controversial statement, but I think like Mission Impossible sort of gone. They're pretty much the same movie each time, in my honest opinion, and Fast and Furious are the same, very much the same. So that's why, in some ways, I am kind of looking forward to the new one that they're bringing out, that spin-off Hobbs and Shaw. But I'd like to see what sort of dumpster fire this will be, the Saints Row movie. I'm very curious to see what sort of dumpster fire it'll be, whether it'll be a massive dumpster fire or it'll be one of those type of movies that you'll sit there and go, it was bad, but I found some enjoyment in it. So it'll probably be like a cult classic movie. But my honest opinion, I'm just seeing Postal all over again. But thank God Uwe Boll's not directing it.
They actually made a Postal movie.
What was that?
They actually made a Postal movie.
Yeah, they did. Done by the notorious director Uwe Boll, which all his critics like to hate on him for very good reason. And he likes to go out and want to fight them. One of his critics, he actually fought in a boxing ring. He mainly is notorious for video game movies, and the video game movies are very, very bad.
Oh, I know, he ruined the Blood Rain movies. I know who he is.
Yeah, but then again, look, the only way I could see the Saints Row movie working is that if you didn't hire the Fast and Furious directors, and you hired someone like Tarantino. Now that could work, but as what I saw a YouTuber say the other day, that if they did a Saints Row movie, or even the Sonic movie, for instance, said the only way it would ever work is if it was made back in the 80s, like something like Street Fighter, where Street Fighter you'd sit there and bless you.
Far out, pardon me.
You're not well, are you?
No.
But it made in the 80s, so it would have been more like a cult classic film sort of thing. Like it's more of back then where you'd sit there and go, yeah, it was bad. It was a very, very bad movie, but at least I found some sort of enjoyment in it. You know, and then I could see that, but it's just it's not gonna work. Just not gonna work. I don't know why they're doing it. I just don't. It won't work. Like, I understand with like some of these like video game adapting to like shows, like some of them, like The Witcher would work really well as a show. Halo would work well as a show.
A lot more things work more as a show, video games, than they do fucking movies.
Well, yeah, because like a TV show, you're able to expand the story a little bit more than just an hour and a half or 2 hour long movie.
Like you've got fucking Halo, I think it's Until Dawn. There's that one that was a Halo 4 movie.
Yeah, and it surprisingly wasn't bad.
It was low budget, but at the same time, it didn't feel low budget. So,
it was Forward Unto Dawn, I think it was called. But yeah, no, like as I said, like the track record when it comes to games that turn into movies, video game movies are just not really good. They just haven't really ever been. Like I will admit that the Resident Evil movies are a guilty pleasure of mine. Like I know deep down those movies are very, very bad. They're very bad, but I've found some sort of like enjoyment in them, like when it comes to the action side of things. But then again,
yeah, once you sit down and actually listen to all the Resident Evil lore and know everything about Resident Evil, which I have because there was a channel called Gamer Fun or Blistered Fun or Guilty Fun or whatever. Well, I'll post it in chat, but he did a 5-piece, 2 hour each video going through the entire lore from every side game, every main game, throughout Resident Evil's history. And then you just watch the Resident Evil movies and you go, that's fucked up. That's so wrong. That doesn't work there. What the hell?
No, it doesn't.
If you look at Resident Evil where Wesker's like, you've been a thorn in my side. There's no reason for that because those two people haven't been a thorn in his side. It's a word-for-word rip from Resident Evil 5.
Yeah. Yeah, it is, actually.
Where it was Zalala and Chris catching up to him, where it actually had meaning in the game, but not, it's just so dumb. Like, you got to really question what the fuck's going on.
Yeah. Well, we've got 2 more articles to talk about, because, again, it's the slow weeks these last couple of weeks, because, again, we're sort of bracing and coming into E3. Well, one thing I will announce to some of the people that are here, we are doing a big E3 sort of special. So what we're going to be doing is we're probably going to be reacting to, like throughout the week, we'll probably react to a lot of the conferences We'll react to a lot of some of the stuff that's being announced live. We'll have a brief discussion on them all and stuff like that. And then when we do our main podcast on a Thursday night, we will be doing like a big podcast where we just go over absolutely everything. And speaking about in the lead up to E3, I don't have an article for it at the moment, but I have watched the gameplay footage for the new Borderlands game. And I am fucking stoked. I'm so happy. It's like they took what I wanted and they made it. they made it. I'm so stoked and I'm so happy that they've done it. And like the first thing I said back when I finished Borderlands 2 is right, next game they need to have like the hunters will have a ship, should have a ship where that could be their hub. They can turn around and go to all these different planets because how the second game left off.
Oh no, they're not doing that, are they? It's not a fucking open world choose your story mission, is it?
No. God no.
Oh god, the way you said this hub is the ship.
No.
No, I thought it was going to be like that, like Mass Effect, where you get to fucking choose your missions.
No.
I hate games like that.
No, that's not that. Calm down. Calm down. It's not that. What I'm meaning is that you know how the last Borderlands game, like the big town was like your main sort of hub when it came to like buying new guns and stuff like that. Like that's what I'm meaning. I think it was called. I can't remember. I think it was called Sanctuary. I think in 2 as well. But now it's in a ship. That's where you buy your guns. That's where you obviously do your practice your shooting and whatever. And then like it's the whole game is them going to different planets, and like all these different planets, all these other vaults. And I'm sitting there thinking that's just a brilliant idea. That's what like they set it up for this, and it's just excellent. I'm pumped for it, I'm very hyped for it, and I'm hoping and praying to Christ it does very well. I am. But we'll go on to sort of the last sort of 2 articles that we've got. There's not really too much to talk about again this week, but hopefully next week we'll have a bit more. But John Bernthal is actually going to be in Ghost Recon, which a lot of people are speculating that he might actually play the Punisher, which would be interesting. But yes, what's it called actually? It's called Operation Oracle. So there's not really much that they sort of put in the trailer apart from the fact that John Bernthal's character was an ex-ghost, but that was really about it. Like we don't really know much about what mission-wise it's going to be or anything like that, but it might be something I might actually keep an eye on and I might actually look into.
I need to actually play all the new freaking DLC for that game. They're free, aren't they?
Yeah, they should be all free.
Yeah, I've never played any of them.
Well, apparently the Punisher one apparently was a lot of fun. Not the Punisher one. Predator one. Apparently, the Predator one was apparently a lot of fun and really interesting. And apparently, I think you got a special like the shoulder cannon out of it. I think as like a novelty item. Oh, I can't remember. But I've still got to technically finish it. Like me and my mate we played the whole way through the campaign, and we're like on the last mission. Like, well, we're gonna platinum the game on PS4. Still haven't platinumed it. Still haven't platinumed it. So I think we just sort of gave up on it. But I'd like to sort of go back through the game and finish it so I could play these free expansions, because personally I'd like to give them a go. And I got Ghost Recon Wildlands for free anyway when I bought when I pre-ordered the Division 2. So wouldn't hurt to give it a bit of a play and maybe stream a bit of it. Excuse me. But then we'll quickly go to our last sort of small little article. Apparently Fallout 76 is getting backpacks. That's.
Can we just skip Fallout 76, right?
Yeah. Well, if you're interested, it's there. Let's just say that.
It's getting the backpack. Woo!
If you're interested, it's there. Again, personally, I had fun. I had a lot of fun with Fallout 76, but that sort of like small announcement this week hasn't really.
I kind of knew it was going to be trash when they announced it. What really threw me over the edge was that that music video sort of fucking ad where they're running around fucking spinning and shooting.
Oh, the
Gonna be magic. Young girl's heart. No, fuck that shit.
I can't see you other than nobody but you over my life. Oh God! But anyway, when it comes to Fallout 76, like I like it, but there are a couple of things I was a little disappointed with. A couple of things, and the bugs didn't help either. Like not by any stretch of the imagination. But yeah, so what are you going to be doing for the rest of the week? Not much, or you?
Probably working on my Warhammer army like I have for the last week or so.
Yeah, you've been doing pretty well with him.
Yeah, like honestly, like I've gotten bored of gaming as of late because it's just been the same fucking repetitive shit.
Yeah,
like the Division, there's been Yeah, the Division, it's been nothing but disappointment. Like I don't know, I'm just burnt out on it.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, so the thing is with the Division 2 for me, it's like, look, I love Division 2. I think it's an excellent game. Don't get me wrong. I suggest people do go out and do support the Division 2. But personally, I just haven't really been playing it. I've just, again, like, DayZ's taken up most of my time. I play on a faction-based server, for people that don't know. And I've been part of, like, this streamers sort of crew. And it's been a lot of fun. I quite enjoy it. There were a little bit of role play because there's a bit of politics involved when you're on a sort of.
Oh, Nico, your zombie cock is so big.
Funny. Funny. That's what happens when you listen to a podcast with two Australians. It's just too much shit talk.
Oh, mate. No, mate. Oh, mate. No, mate.
Too much shit talk. It's just too much of that. It's too much shit talk, to be really honest with you. But this week for me, I will be trying to play a bit more of Days Gone because I want to try and at least finish it at some point in the next couple of weeks so I can give a in-depth opinion on the game. And maybe play a bit more World War Z at some point. So I can talk about that as well, but that game surprisingly is not bad. It feels like Left 4 Dead, but a little more in depth.
It really feels like Left 4 Dead, third person.
Yeah, I quite thoroughly enjoy it. It's a very good game. It's very well made. It's got all the perks with it. So, honestly, I don't see why you shouldn't pick it up. I know some people might wait till it comes out on Steam. But if you don't want to wait, you're not wasting money. It's a very, very good title. But yeah, so I think that's it from us this week. Again, sorry for a short length, but I think a lot of people prefer the shorter length podcast, so it's all right. But yeah, so I guess we'll see you guys all next week. If you guys haven't joined the Discord, you're more than welcome to join the Discord. The link is down in the description, or not the description, but down in the section below if you want to come and join our Discord and keep up to date with some of the, like when we stream and stuff like that. Some new people, like I know Rob brought in a couple of new followers, so if you guys did enjoy my podcast tonight and you guys want to see more, we do this every 6 o'clock Australian Eastern Standard Time every Thursday afternoon. Thursday.
Until Nico fucks up and double books his planner and has to change the day.
Like last week where I accidentally booked to go watch Avengers Endgame that night. It's like, oh shit, I think I might have to postpone it till Friday, but I think everybody would understand it was Avengers Endgame, so give me credit. But yep, every Thursday will be a podcast at 6 o'clock is Australian Eastern Standard Time, so 6 p.m. And yeah, if you're more than welcome to come watch, more welcome to follow and join the Discord to keep up to date with things. Anything else you like to add, Vesp?
No, not really. No.
No. Okay.
Nothing yet. Yeah, no.
No, we're all good. All right then, my dudes. All right, well, I'll catch you guys in the next one, and hope you guys have a good weekend. So catch us all later. Make sure work doesn't kick your ass too hard. So have a good one.